Hi everybody, and welcome back to Hex Token channel. Man, oh man, great news. PulseChain Testnet 2.0 is live. PulseChain Testnet 2.0 is live. We're going to check that out later in the video with all the details, so stay tuned till then. And of course, the timestamp is there. Now, I want to do a big shout out to Crypto Cabana. Cabana Crypto on his first birthday. Congratulations to Cabana Crypto there. So pretty cool. If you haven't checked it out, live stream, go and check it out. Very cool. Let's get straight into today. Hex.com. Let's go. Of course, day 739 just came hot off the press about a minute ago. It is the 10th of December 2021, and the time price snapshot was 13.468, so down 4% from yesterday. So still holding up in that bottom range that I talked about, and we'll see where it goes from here. All right, return on investment multiplier, all-time low is 2,386. Now, the all-time low, of course, was the 5th of January 2020. And let's have a look at the Hex T-share payout. Man, oh man, another great day being a staker, 5.929 Hex per T-share. I'm just loving this. I hope you are too. T-share price 2,651. Obviously a little cheaper than yesterday with the price down 4%. So definitely easy to pick up those T-shares and earn this awesome payout of Hex per T-share. Pretty awesome. Now, T-share rate is 19,684, up 6 today. And of course, we did have a couple of dot days, but there it's up 6 today. We're heading towards 20,000, folks. And let's see if we hit it before the end of the year. Stake length is up even longer than yesterday, 5.92. Very cool. And obviously, we've got stakes coming out through to about the 2nd of January. Once those come out, this is probably going to go longer too, so that's pretty nice. Annual percentage yield rate, interest and early in-state penalties, 37.59%. What a wonderful return. Very cool. Let's have a look at liquidity in the pool. Just under 161 million hexes in the pool. And like I say, when things like hex scale and stuff like that eventually come to market, I know that Kinetics said today that they're just going through the final paperwork and the legalese with the lawyers in New York and stuff like that. So this is not too far away. Now, there's just one big example of big private money and potentially institutional money coming into the hex space. So very cool. Looking forward to that. This stuff can get eaten up pretty quick, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see that play out. 25.7 million USDC in the pool, and 950 ETH is in the pool. Pretty similar to yesterday, actually, on the ETH side. Total value locked 8.34 billion, and the market cap is 77.44 billion, and that includes the Origin wallet or Origin address. T-share market cap at 28.48 billion, and there are 10,743,989 T-shares. Man, it's taken a little while to get used to that being under 11 million, but that is the case. So this is the last. When's the last time it was under 11 million? There we are. It's about 30 days ago. It was over 11 million, I should say, T-shares. So we've been, it's 30 days now, a month. We've been under 11 million, and of course up 916. Now it's time to get that stakes in and get those T-shares up. That's for sure. All right. So total supply is 636.8 billion, and that's up. Minted is 12.4 million today. So that's fairly modest, actually, if you compare to the last 10 days minted into existence. Circulating supply 574, just under 575 billion hex, and of course most of that's with the Origin wallet. Circulating supply increased by 82.5 million today compared to yesterday. Which we saw some nice staking. Stake supply 61.9 billion, and that's down 70 million hex today. Now, we do know that we've got the Genesis account here, so we're going to jump past those numbers. Let's just jump past those ones here, these two. And of course, you've got staked, change in stake supply GAX, 795 million. Now, there was the John Wick has done the good accounting on the recent hex stakes that just came out, as we talked about, all the way up through to the beginning of December. So they've all been good accounted. So that was some interesting insight there. All right, very cool. All right, staked percentage of coins. Stakes percentage of coins 9.72%, and of course the payout per hex for hex stake is 63.7 million, and stakes penalties of 600,000, which is a pretty decent day. in the last 10 days. So pretty cool. So we're loving those penalties as well as our interest. Total holders 390,437, and that's up 264. Current stake is 72,000, up 27, and total stake is 90,187, up 79. With current holders up almost 200 at 271,910. So cool. Those are the numbers today. And good to see the Genesis stakes get good accounted. They were within the 2-week period, so no penalties dripped out into back to stakers there. All right, let's have a quick look at the market price at the moment. We can see this real time now at 13.5 cents here. Yesterday's beautiful green candle, and of course it was a good time to buy, and we're going to watch this very closely. As we said, we've got my expected date for the pulse swap sacrifice is about the 26th, 27th. That's going to be before the end of the year, Richard said, so holding to that timeline. With PulseChain Testnet 2.0 coming out, gives us a lot more confidence in that time frame, and of course we don't have that long between. Now, a week is a long time in crypto, we all know that, so you know, have to just take this as 2 weeks until my expected time frame there. So you know, 2 weeks is a long time in crypto, but definitely the price is going to push up against this wall. People will want to get Hex as one of their preferred tokens for pulse swap sacrifice, so we could see a nice little run up again, smashing that wall. Very cool. All right, so let's jump over to the current liquidity at the moment. So we've got 84.3% is in USDC. So you know, it's almost 16% in ETH. So that's quite a bit of a change. When we were used to be up about 88% with USDC. So that's about about 4 basis points change. All right, so let's have a look at the T-share price is just obviously pulling back here a little bit, but popping back up. That is subject to the hex price and of course to the share rate, which is only up and to the right, so we're watching that head towards 20,000. Let's have a look at the payouts. Have been tremendous, right? So we've been enjoying better payouts as a staker, so that's why I keep saying get the T-shares while you can. Adoption is up and to the right, slow at the moment, but when PulseChain comes closer, this is going to ramp up. We're going to get one of these steep curves, and we're going to get some back into those thousands of growth, in my opinion. So particularly during the sacrifice phase. Okay, so looking at maturity stakes here, obviously we've got a front wall here with the stakes coming out, but they're getting less and less and less. They're either in circulating supply, as I say, or elsewhere. So here we are in the 4-month view. We can see the stakes coming out. So we've got the 11th or 12th of December, 13th of December. So by the time before we even get up to the second last candle, we've got 68,000 T-shares there, 133 million X coming out. And then we've got our second to last big candle on the 17th, 838 million hex, and a cumulative T-shares 122,000. And then of course we go through the rest of December, pretty cool. And then we get up to our last big candle on the 1st of January. We do have 2 decent candles next to it, but this is the last big one, and that would be 337,000 T-shares coming out at this stage. So what will all they do? Will they hold, which I suggest they probably will for the PulseChain? Will they stake short, medium, long, and or will they sell? So those are the decisions that we're going to see play out. It's really an empirical question. We're going to definitely watch that. But it's an open road in 2022, folks. There are only a couple of candles throughout the year, and so that's pretty cool. All right, big candles, that is. All right, let's jump over to the Hex Whalebot. And of course, we can see 16 hours ago, we had a stake early here, 293,000 Hex ended. What else we got? 72 million Hex ended. And of course, that does 35 days. Looks like it's just rolling monthly pretty much. So that ended. And what else? 10 million Hex stake for 30 days. There we are. So just staking around there. And that was it from the Whalebot. Pretty cool. All right, so let's jump over to PulseChain now and get on to the exciting stuff. PulseChain Testnet 2.0 has launched. Here we are on PulseChain.com. Check out all the goals. Obviously, going to be the biggest airdrop in history, and also looks like the biggest yield farming in history as well. So do check out my video I did yesterday on the top 3 investments for 2022. I'll leave the link to that as well. Let's jump over to PulseChain GitLab. This is where the devs hanging out and doing all the updates. And you can see that if we go into PulseChain, let's go to the back to the parent here, we can see that we've had updates an hour ago and 8 hours ago on the testnet, and of course it's go live. So nice. So let's jump into the testnet folder quickly, and let's have a look here. So the PulseChain Testnet is up and running. The document will guide you through connecting MetaMask and network and bootstrapping the PulseChain node on your own if you know how to set that up. The version 2, yes, we love this. The second version of PulseChain Testnet brings the following enhancements: enables validator rotation, registration, and staking. So remember, we're going to have 33 validators in the PulseChain, and of course, they will be competing by the amount of pulse that they have, and of course, they can be bumped as well. They'll be rotating on epochs as well. So that's a certain number of blocks that rotates out as well. All right, so it shows you a few details. You got to, if you had MetaMask connected to Testnet version 1, you will need to reset your accounts through the MetaMask options or remove and re-add the network below. So this is the details you have to do. Okay, the custom network, add all these details. The chain ID, of course, 940. And here we are. Here's the new Block Explorer with the version 2 in it. You can see very, very cool. That's how it looks like when you set that up. Nice. And of course, there's a little bit of extra stuff there. The Faucet is version 2 as well. So you need to go check that as well. So pretty cool. So a bit further stuff around about nodes, but I'll leave that for people that want to set up nodes. So pretty cool. Let's jump over to this Explorer and check out the Explorer. Woohoo! Beautiful, eh? It's got the PulseChain now. It's now branded. Before it said Block Scout. Now it is actually branded PulseChain. That was one of the 3 things that we're going to see. Of course, the second thing was the validator rotators, and the third thing was the distribution. Now that's actually not included. We're going to check that out in Richard Hart's tweets, but here it is running 3-second blocks. If you remember, the Block Scout yesterday was running 4.3-second blocks due to some reasons there, but now back to normal 3 seconds, and pretty cool. And look at the blocks that's coming through. And remember, blocks have all the transactions in them, so each block will have different transactions that are being processed, and each block makes up the blockchain. So you can see the chain. If you imagine an imaginary chain there, you can view all blocks and stuff like that. So very cool. You can see the blocks just adding up on the total here. As a new one goes, it just adds to the top. So pretty cool. And the transactions in there, very, very cool. Transactions 396 climbing up there. Nice. So here's the transactions individually, and it shows you the block that they're associated to as well. So very, very cool, and I love the purple branding. Yeah, who doesn't like the old PulseChain colors? Nice. Let's jump over to the roadmap, of course. So roadmap looking good. We are on track. So if we just make that, just slowly get that in. That's probably fine as it is. So we are on track here. Very, very cool. So great to be on track, and that means we've still got our PulseChain sacrifice for the end of the year, and my estimate is maybe 27th, something around there, and of course just after Christmas Day perhaps, and then we have early mid January for PulseSwap, for PulseChain mainnet and PulseSwap launch. So the new years could be super exciting, and I think that's a very pumpamental for the old airplane here to start flying up this way. So very cool. All right, so let's jump over to Richard's final tweets. Just came out. I'm just going to refresh this to make sure I didn't miss anything. Occasionally you can miss stuff if Richard's added another tweet there. So we're going to go down and check this stuff out. Very, very cool. So PulseChain Testnet version 2, this is 80 minutes ago, is now live with staking, validator rotation, and v0.5.0 of GoPulse. Updated docs here, so that's where we've been already into GitLab, and of course reminder that no sacrifices, that's so very important for those who sacrifice for PulseChain, no sacrifice credits are included in this release. All right, so a reminder that no sacrifice credits are included in this release. That's coming up, and we were expecting a CSV file from yesterday, from the other day. For devs, a testnet version 1 will stay up for longer to allow migration to v2. GoPulse v0.50 release notes. So that's for people that have actually got projects on testing stuff out. Might be people like TrustSwap and people like that are testing there. So very cool. And that was it for that. So that's awesome news. On track. Very cool. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget, channel memberships are up and running now and ahead of live streams, which are coming up soon. So get into there. You're going to get lots of different emojis and stuff like that. And staker apps in the video description. If you haven't got staker app, get that, because it's also going to have PulseChain on it. Do get that. You can set up a smart wallet and you can do staking through that and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. Feel free to subscribe, like, and share. Hit the bell, of course. I love your comments. So get in there and do some comments, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.